99% of agencies will never, and I mean never, hit 30K a month. And why is 30K a month that number that most agencies will never hit? Why is it not 10K a month, 15K a month? Why is it not a lower revenue point? Because you see, you could kind of fall into a 10K a month. You can kind of accidentally get to 15K a month if you just grind hard enough. But what actually stops people from getting to 30K a month? Why does that number evade so many agency owners? Why is it such a tough revenue point to hit? I'll tell you why. Because 30K a month is going to be the revenue point that will determine if you actually sell a good service. And what I mean by that is most agencies can get to 10K a month with just basic sales skill. So even if you sell a service that doesn't have really good retention, let's say your clients only stick around for 2 months at a $2,000 per month retainer fee, you can get 5 people to sign up every single month. If you're making enough cold calls and taking enough Zooms, you can replenish $10,000 a month in new revenue every single month. An idiot can do that. But what an idiot can't do is build a service that clients can't get rid of. And you see, the name of the game when it comes to agency, if you really want to build an agency that can hit 30, 50, 80, 100, 200, $300,000 months, as we've done here in our agency at Del Priori Hospitality, we're a $300,000 plus per month AI agency in the hospitality niche, is, like I said, you need to sell a service that clients can't get rid of. What do you do to fix your retention? What do? Do you check in with your clients more? Do you follow up with them more? No. You just sell them something that they won't want to get rid of. Okay, I want you guys to think about Netflix. I want you to think about Spotify. I want you to think about businesses that sell recurring subscriptions that are incredibly hard to get rid of. I want you to think about why you pay for these things in the first place. Let's reverse engineer the whole fucking thing. Why do you pay for Netflix? Why do you pay for Spotify? Why do you pay for these things? Because the value equation is disproportionate. And they're also very hard to get rid of. So they're providing so much value at a low enough cost where you don't even think about the price because you know that you just kind of need it. You think of it like a necessary expense. Why do you pay for your car payment every single month, which could be high ticket, between $300 and probably $1,000 a month, and you don't really think about it because you need the car, right? Your service needs to be a necessity. And the problem is, most people do not sell necessity-based services to their clientele. They'll sell something like video editing, which is very commoditized. You could hire and fire video editors left and right. You will be selling something like, let's say, for example, content creation, taking photos and videos. It's a commodity. You'll sell just Facebook ads, right? I'm just going to run your Facebook ads for you to get you more leads and better customers. Guess what? Even if you crush it and get great results, the client's always going to be thinking, maybe I could have someone else run my Facebook ads and do an even better job. Or better yet, I could just hire someone else to run my Facebook ads and they can just get me a better price on the ads that I'm running. So no matter what, if you're just selling singular services that are not a necessity, churn is literally out of your control. Even if you're the best Facebook ad specialist, you run ads like a savage, you're really good at running ads, you will still lose clients, and you'll lose clients for no reason other than the fact that people will just churn. But once again, why? Because you sold them something that is not necessary. Think about how necessary a payment for a home is, a mortgage payment. Good luck getting rid of that payment, a car payment. You get what I'm trying to say. You need to sell something that's incredibly hard to get rid of, okay? Now here's how we've cracked retention inside of our agency, and here's how you're gonna bust past that 30K a month revenue point. It's one piece of software that will change your agency forever. You may already know about it, but if you haven't heard about it, it's GoHighLevel, okay? GoHighLevel is a white label CRM. It's a customer relationship management system, and it basically is a tool that you're going to now sell to your clients with whatever services that you sell them currently. Now, to me, the best agency model is selling 3 different services. Number 1, you're gonna sell search engine optimization. Businesses want to rank in AI right now. So they want to rank in Google Gemini, ChatGPT. They want search engine optimization. So you sell them the ability to rank better on Google. The reason this is such a great service to sell is because it naturally has a high level of retention, because when you're signing the client up for SEO, you're literally telling them this is going to take a long time to see results, so don't expect a miracle overnight. So now when they're opting in for this service, they're going into it with the notion that this is going to take time to see results. The second service that you're going to sell them is some form of paid ads, okay? The reason paid ads are incredibly valuable is because you can actually plausibly show, hey, these are driving you some sort of return, right? These are actually getting you leads that are giving you new customers, and it doesn't take a long time to see results. You can see measurable leads and results off your paid ads come month one. So it gives the client the ability to say, okay, SEO I know is going to take a long time, but I know I really want to do it because it gives good long-term results. But you're also selling something that'll show them a quick win so that the client's not going to get antsy about what leads are you actually getting me right now, right? And then the third thing that you're going to sell them is the CRM system GoHighLevel. So all the leads that are coming from the client's websites will go through new forms, which you will add to your client's website. You will put GoHighLevel CRM forms on the customer's website so that their contact forms get submitted, and now we're going into your CRM that you've sold the client. And you can add a new incentive to the client's website that'll help the client convert more people. So for example, let's say you're working with a roofer, right? Someone that puts roofs on homes, and all they have on their website is a simple contact form. You can add something to the customer's website like, get this free estimate calculator to see what it may cost. Or you could add a button on the client's website that says pricing, that then leads into a form. Put something more incentivizing on the client's website so that the client will organically get more people to get forms submitted through the website, okay? And on the Facebook ads that you'll be running, all of them are going to run into the CRM. So now the client needs the CRM to follow up with all of their leads. But here's where the really valuable piece of the CRM will come into play. All the leads that are coming through Facebook and Instagram and all of the leads that are coming through the client's website are now landing in one dashboard, which is the CRM high level, which you've sold to the client. Now, at this point that you've sold them high level, they're reliant upon the CRM that you've sold them to follow up with all of their leads, their website leads and the Facebook leads. So now they're getting used to using this new tool, which is easy to use. It helps them automate follow-up with their leads. It makes their life easier. And guess what? Businesses don't just switch their CRM in an instant. So will selling a CRM make it a little bit harder to sign people up? Yes, because you need to find businesses that either don't have a CRM or are willing to switch their current marketing and sales CRM to your CRM. But the beautiful thing is, and I want you to think about this, if it's hard to sell someone something, once you make a sale, aren't you going to have that person for a long time? Of course. The things that are easy to buy and sell are the things that just don't last very long. They're the things that will churn. You ever hear someone on a sales call, if you run an agency, and they say, yeah, we've tried a bunch of different advertising companies. We've tried a bunch of different ad agencies. Why? Because they're easy to hire and fire. But if you ask them, well, what CRM do you use? They might say, oh, I've been using Dubsado. I've been using Triple Seat. I've been using whatever CRM software they may use. Honeybook, right? They might say, I've been using that software for the longest time. Doesn't that go to show you something? Like, that's where all the retention is. So this is the beautiful part. The best agency model is a hybrid AI agency model where you charge your clients to run all their Facebook ads, to do all their SEO, and to be their CRM provider. The reason you're doing all three is because you're basically covering what most people would need to hire through multiple companies. Like, I have a website company, I have an ads company, I have a CRM company. No, we come in, we take care of all of it. We house it under one roof, right? So it creates a lot more simplicity for the client where they're like, oh wow, these guys they could do everything that we have set up right now through these three different vendors under one roof. So you create simplicity for the client. The second thing that you're also doing by doing that, which is super beneficial, is you're creating value in the sense of there's three different touch points of value. There's the SEO piece where you're helping them rank better on Google. There's the paid ads piece where you're getting them immediate leads. And then obviously there's the CRM piece, which we already went over. This is the trick though. The reason people start agencies is because they want to be able to charge clients $2,000, $3,000 or more dollars a month, which you can do. So if you're selling, let's say, a roofer, doing all their Facebook ads, doing all their SEO, and setting up a CRM, $3,000 a month, that's totally fair, okay? But here's what happens to most agencies. They just want to run Facebook and Google ads, or they just want to sell one service, okay? Now, let's say they stay for 3 months, 6 months running Facebook ads with you, and then they say, hey, I want to go a different direction. This is if you didn't sell the CRM. You lose the client. Let's say 3 months, 6 months down the road, you sign a client up now and you're selling them paid ads, SEO, and a CRM. And they say, hey, listen, we're looking to go a different direction. You can always just downsell them into a just CRM package. You could downsell them into just SEO and the CRM. But what they'll never get rid of is the CRM. So the nice thing is when clients' budgets get a little bit tight, you can always downsell. When their budgets free back up, you can re-upsell them your paid traffic sources so that you never actually lose the customer. Our agency has less than 2% churn monthly. Less than 2%. That's the power of going niche and selling a hybrid system. You need to sell your clients a hybrid system. And if you can sell that, you're never going to lose your clients. So tying back to why do agencies get stuck at 30K a month? Churn. Let's say you start the month with 10 clients and they all pay you 2K a month. And every single month you lose 3 clients. Now you're working backwards in the sense of, I started with 10, I lost 3, now I have 7. So if I only replaced, let's say 3 clients that month, I'm constantly just fighting to replace deals that I lost. But if you can actually retain your customers and you do a good job on service, you're never losing clients, or you're losing such a fractional share of your clients because you sold them software, not just advertising services. And the reason I know this model is the best is because if you look at the retention that software companies have, good software companies retain their clients forever. Forever. Good software clients never lose their customers. They never do. It's very hard to replace good software, but it is very easy to replace an agency. So if you want to make agency money, but you also want to have software level retention, you sell both. So you sell Facebook ads, Google ads, SEO. You could sell paid traffic and organic traffic sources to the client with the CRM as a full growth system. And as part of the CRM that you sell, you build out automations for the client that help them follow up with their leads. So now all the leads that are coming off Facebook, Instagram, Google, you'll have an automated follow-up sequence for in the CRM high level that you've built for the client. So now when the client's thinking about their investment with your company and why would I spend $3,000 a month, $2,000 a month, whatever it may be, they have to think they're covering my CRM. They help me with all my lead follow-up. They get me a bunch of new leads by running ads. They do all my SEO. The value equation is an absolute no-brainer. And guess what? Even if the client does decide, I'm gonna peel back my expenses, you still get to downsell them on the CRM, so you're not losing your people. That's why agencies can't break past 30K a month. My agency, I've gotten to over $300,000 a month. It's Del Priori Hospitality. We work in the hospitality niche, like I said earlier in the video, and we've had this agency for under 3 years and have already scaled to over $300,000 a month and are documenting the journey up to $500,000 a month, $1 million a month. All these idiots that say, oh, agencies don't scale, agencies are not good businesses to get past 500K a month, etc., they just sell a shitty service and they don't understand the ability and the capacity to sell this hybrid model. And once I cracked this, it fixed everything for me. Because I used to run a content agency. I used to sell content to local businesses, and that model was a fucking nightmare. So I shut it down. I rebuilt and I built this exact agency model that I'm telling you guys about, and it changed my life entirely. Hope you guys got value out of this one. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.